Welcome, everybody.
I'm Darren.
I'm Mike. And we are
the
Frozen
Bros.
Don't worry, we can edit out that pause.
That was pretty good.
I think that was
We were
maybe
good.
our
We were
top
fine.
5.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 4
That was
episodes.
our first take. That was our first take, everybody. So we've done it 5-6 times sometimes. So
Yeah.
we're
Oh.
good. We're good.
Welcome to the Frozen Bros, the podcast about frozen food. We're going to start like we start every week. What we've been eating. Darren, what do you have for us?
I finally tried that Trader Joe's cauliflower gnocchi that we've been talking about for weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Finally.
it was really good. I put it in the air fryer like Anne suggested last week.
Anne had some good tips for us on that.
I might have put it in a little too long. Don't remember if Anne suggested or if I Googled how long to put it in, but whatever the case, I would have preferred it out a little earlier.
What, were they crunchy or was it a little burnt?
Yeah, I got
or
a
what?
little crisp on the edges of some of them.
Sure.
I don't love it that way on this type of thing. And I just put a sauce over that. That was pretty good.
Nice. I was just listening to that episode, and she also said that she put like breadcrumbs on them or something.
She
Toss them in a little breadcrumb.
She might have said that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you didn't do that part of it?
No.
You can only follow Anne's advice so far. That's what I found in my time knowing her.
I didn't dip with them either.
Nice. Well, we're going to do that at the Super Bowl party.
Yes.
If I remember. Yeah, I had a couple of things. One thing is the Malaysian style paratha I got from a local Indian market. And they're these little discs. It's not like a naan. It's a lot puffier than a naan. It kind of comes as it's frozen, but it's like a dough, basically. You just throw it in the pan right from frozen. You don't have to defrost. You cook it up. It puffs up quite a bit, and it's like nice and flaky. It's like a really nice bread.
Nice.
Flatbread.
Nice.
I loved it. Yeah. And my girlfriend made me a breakfast with one of those where she cooked that, put some eggs and avocado on it, and kind of rolled it up. Really delicious. I'm pretty sure they're not good for you, but we don't need to worry too much about that.
I tried another Trader Joe's. Again, this wasn't supposed to be the Trader Joe's podcast, but
We are.
there's just such a treasure of things there, right?
Yeah, it's a treasure trove.
When we were planning this pumpkin spice ice month, it was a little difficult mid and early September to find enough pumpkin things. For a moment, I questioned whether we could throw in butternut squash for one of the weeks. Trader Joe's has a butternut squash mac and cheese. I send a picture to Mike, and Mike says, you remember what he said?
Sounds, please don't make me eat that.
Please don't make
Something
me
like
eat
that.
that. You seemingly will eat almost anything, but I send you this, which was awesome. I think Jody told us she liked this too.
That's right.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Nice. So I think just the sweetness of it is what makes me feel like it's not going to be good. Like the sweetness of butternut squash. Was it sweet at all?
It didn't seem that sweet.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's good. My other shout out, I wanted to shout out the BJ's Italian meatballs. Now, this isn't the first time I've had these, but we've been eating them for like months. And so it goes a long way. You get one giant bag of meatballs, and they're just, our guest is nodding her head like maybe she knows the feeling here. Yeah. So they do last forever, but they're pretty good. I don't know if my grandma would approve, but I like them. So
I
shout
just
out to
discovered I have a BJ's membership too.
you just discovered.
Yeah.
How do you get a BJ's membership?
Well, my wife has one, so I got a card. I got a card
Gotcha.
this weekend. I don't really have a need for a gallon of ketchup or things like that, but I'll head over there and maybe get a few things.
Yeah, you can come BJ's exploring with us.
Yeah.
Ewan and I sometimes go visit other BJ's in the area.
Are there, this is off topic of food, are there any BJ's around that have gas stations?
The one that's north in, not Burlington, but I forget which town it's in.
Danvers?
Danvers, yeah. They have a gas station?
We didn't tell you could talk yet.
No, you're allowed to talk. You can
We
talk.
actually-
I've got so
we
many
actually-
things I want
we
to say.
actually should have said-
Yeah.
We actually should have said, just interject when you,
Yeah.
we will do a formal introduction. It could be a good time for that.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, let's go ahead and introduce our guest. Very excited to have her on. Very funny. We've done improv with her. We love her. We have Sarah with us today.
Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you very much. So excited to be here. I know earlier I wanted to interject because when I was dating someone who had a kiddo, decided that I would be like kind of cool and clever. And I said that I was going to make dinner, and I did make a butternut squash mac and cheese, thinking that I had really hid this vegetable in a lot of cheese and felt really successful at it. And to your point, Mike, I tasted it and I felt like all you could taste was the cheese. And she tasted it and immediately sensed that there was a vegetable in it. So I can appreciate that there is some potential challenge when you sneak a veggie in.
Yeah.
Is this one of the sweeter squashes or vegetables? I don't know. I mean, it's so often made with...
It's not. You have to add.
You add lots of... I would think it's kind of tasteless on its own.
It wasn't the sweetness that cued her off. I put sage in it too. So I was like trying to have like kind of that earthy, and she was like, why is there like something that tastes like grass in my mac and cheese? And I was like, oh, that's sage. So she never detected the vegetable, but she did detect that there was a spice that was off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too flavorful.
Yes.
Come on.
Too flavorful for, at the time, a 4-year-old. And that was my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to have my neighbors over for dinner, so I'm talking to them about that. And they have a child who's, I don't know, like 4 maybe. And he was like, just, if you make something for her, it just has to be bland, just make sure there's no flavor. Like, all right. This is what kids like.
Yeah. At this point, Harriet still says that pepper is too spicy. So even if you make a scrambled egg and she sees a pepper flake in it, she's like, oh, it might be spicy. And it's like, that's a low bar. I feel
the stereotype is real. Pepper can be spicy. I didn't actually realize this until somewhat recently. Yeah. If you use a lot of fresh pepper, it's actually a little spicy.
That's true.
Peppery.
Team Harriet over here.
Almost peppery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel I have to throw my hat in on things that I've eaten that are frozen this week.
Yes.
That I felt really pleased about. I recently got into, I don't know if either of you have tried Dumpling Daughter's Frozen series.
I've seen that.
Yes, it is. I've enjoyed every single thing that I've gotten so far.
Nice.
So done their pork buns, their veggie pot stickers, and their chicken pot stickers. Highly recommend.
Nice. Love a dumpling. I like to go to the Asian grocery store and just like grab a couple of random ones. Yeah. Can't really understand what's on it, but...
I also have a scallion pancake that I love that I couldn't recommend to you because I do not know. The writing on it is not conceivable to me that I get from Brookline.
Is it sold frozen?
Oh yeah.
We've got to do that.
We should do that. Yeah. The next episode.
I'll take a picture of it so that you can try to discern.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not in English.
Duly noted.
If we can match the writing,
yes,
we will find it.
Yeah. We can do. I can match. I can do pattern matching.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Many skills.
Yeah, so that's good. But are you like a frozen food person? Are you going to BJ's and you're loading up on all your stuff?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm not.
No.
I am I like to always have something in the freezer for the moment where I'm not interested in doing too much thinking.
Yeah.
But I feel like in my day-to-day life, I really enjoy pulling different things together to make a meal. But I think that having frozen staples that you can add to are like a key way for me to kind of function.
Absolutely.
I'm a primary cooker in my house. But certainly the dumplings are something that are very easy to rely on. And then I just do some stir-fried veggies, also frozen, with a jar of sauce. So nice. I have some backup frozen meals that I feel like show up in my life quite regularly.
Do you do like entrees that are, already pre-spiced and pre-made, that kind of thing? Or do you you have your frozen chicken, you have your frozen vegetables, and you sauce it up yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm more of a sauce it up myself kind of person.
Yeah.
Though I will say that with the gnocchi, there are a couple different gnocchis out there that come with a little sauce inside of it. Trader Joe's makes one. That's excellent. So I think on those days when you're just over it, it's really lovely to have like a pretty much ready-made item.
Yeah, for sure. I like to have those. In fact, I don't know if I talked about it here. I think I mentioned that we had bought it, but like a Bombay Indian food thing. It's just a chicken tikka masala from BJ's. And that's like, I feel like Indian food freezes really well. Those like Trader Joe's Indian dinners, those are a go-to. But yeah, that was a pretty nice one. It was okay though. Honestly, it was like, but But I do like to have that kind of thing where it's like, truly brain dead cooking. You're just putting this in the oven. You're making some rice to go with it.
Yes. And I feel like that add-on thing that I enjoy is chag masala. I feel like it's easy to add more chickpeas and kind of like get it to spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you also kind of are basically ready. You just have to throw some rice in the rice cooker.
Yeah, yeah.
Before we go on, I have some notes on something else we have to say today. We kind of have to issue an apology.
It's apology time.
Yeah, and
this
listeners,
is a new segment.
if you've listened to every episode so far, you may be thinking already, who do they not have to apologize to? We've had some negative opinions, some insults, some bad things said, but we got one thing really wrong. We made an assumption about something, and it turns out it was wrong. Back in the French bread pizza episode with our friend Joe.
With Joe, yeah.
One of us noticed that the box said made with real cheese, 100% real cheese, it might have said. And we said something like, it's probably not made with real cheese, Elio's.
Yeah.
It turns out Elio's also says it is made with 100% real cheese. So Elio's, our apologies, and we will try out your pizza squares in a future episode.
Yeah. And to be fair, I like Elio's. Like, even if it is fake cheese, I'm okay with that.
It's not fake cheese.
But it's not fake cheese, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
It's good. But yeah, I would be delighted to do some Elio's, get a little bit more into the pizza world.
I feel like with an Elio's, you have to commit to real cheese because the whole idea is that you have no crust, right?
Yeah,
Isn't an Elio's like pizza to the edge?
It is.
So I do think that that's a tough sell. Whereas I'm curious, is a bagel bite real cheese?
Wow.
We're going to have to look that up.
We need to know who's doing real cheese. Is anyone doing fake cheese anymore? We'll get in it. We'll figure that out. So we're back in Pumpkin Spice Ice Month.
Yes,
month of pumpkin spice.
Yeah, we release on Tuesdays, and we realized we had to find 5 items this month.
5 things.
There were 5 Tuesdays in October.
Who can come up with 5 things?
It was a challenge. We got one surprise coming up. You
have a surprise?
Yeah, not tonight.
Okay.
Tonight.
I'm genuinely shocked to hear that it was a challenge. I feel like this is a month where anything that I see is in a limited edition pumpkin model.
Everything.
But it had to be frozen.
That's the trick.
That was the hard part.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff that's refrigerated, bunch of stuff that's just on the shelf.
Yeah,
cookies, cakes.
Cheerios.
Yeah.
There's pumpkin spice Cheerios?
I think that's what I saw. There's several cereal brands that have really jumped on trend.
Nice.
Yeah. We found a few pumpkin and pumpkin spice things we're going to sneak into an episode later in the month too.
Indeed.
Nice.
And
have
then
you
we're
gone full pumpkin pie? Like, is one of the things a frozen pumpkin pie?
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Just questions.
You don't want our
our
audience to know.
That's not the surprise one.
But yeah.
It might be, Sarah. It might be.
Fair enough. I do feel like as a middle-class white lady, I am an expert on pumpkin things because I do believe I am the main market that this is being marketed to. So I really can appreciate that there's a lot going on in the pumpkin world and that it really feels like it's caught on in like the last decade. Like I don't recall in my own like youth that like there was a season of pumpkin stuff.
Yeah. I agree. I don't remember it at all either.
And it comes earlier every year now.
I feel like some of the pumpkin drinks are out by the end of August.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you a pumpkin spice latte lady?
I am not. I am a once in the season.
Okay.
So once in the season, I get the pumpkin munchkin at Dunkin' Donuts. It's a cake donut instead of like the flaky donut. It's like real dense.
Yeah.
And I find that I really enjoy that. And then sometimes in that kind of same spirit of things, I'll get a pumpkin spice latte. But I do feel like a pumpkin spice latte is pretty close to just, we were talking about pumpkin spices. The series of spices is really the thing that I'm interested in.
Right.
It's not the pumpkinness of it all.
Yeah. I don't go too crazy for it. I feel like this because of this podcast, I've now had more pumpkin spice stuff in 1 month than ever before in my life.
Same for me. I might get a pumpkin ice cream once in a while, maybe once a year.
That's nice.
I've had a pumpkin spice latte once or twice and really don't like it. Do they do an iced pumpkin spice latte? I don't even know.
I imagine.
Probably. I'll if we want to go try some, I will I will get an
You'll
ice.
put it on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's a good idea. That could be a thing.
True to brand.
Yeah, if we're running out of options. Maybe Dunkin' Donuts does like a culotta. Do they have like a pumpkin spice culotta? I bet they do.
That feels like dedicated space. Because doesn't the culotta need its own machine?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like they do.
Yeah, I don't know either. Of my many jobs, I've actually never worked at a Dunkin' Donuts.
Unfortunately.
I know. It feels like a potential mainstay in a lot of people's employment history.
Years ago, my daughter and I tried to make a pumpkin smoothie, which I've seen around. People do. But when we did this, we didn't put in any of the spices that make pumpkin spice. It was just a
pumpkin smoothie?
Just a squash smoothie. It was nasty.
Yeah.
That was something I couldn't finish, and I don't think she even tried it.
Yeah. On the pumpkin fail front, I did try to make a pumpkin pie last year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Felt fully confident that I had everything that I needed and discovered that I had a can of evaporated milk that had a pumpkin pie on it that my brain had just translated to a can of pureed pumpkin.
Okay.
So I went to the store, bought everything else I needed, but was like, I do not need a can of pumpkin because I have it, and got home and discovered that it was just evaporated milk.
Nice.
And that felt like the power of advertising.
I don't even understand why that's called evaporated milk.
What do you mean?
It's still there. It hasn't evaporated.
I think some of it evaporates.
Yeah, good question. Put it in the real cheese category. Things we
Right?
need to learn more
I
about.
mean, if it truly evaporated, there'd be nothing in the can.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
I always assume they just evaporated some of it. It's like, well,
it's so
the
thick.
condensed milk is its own thing, right?
Sweetened
Yeah.
condensed milk, is that not the
And
same
that's
as
different than
evaporated milk?
I don't think so, but
Fair enough. Not a baker in the
all
group.
right. Yeah. So we don't know. This is something we'll have to get back to
Condensed
everyone
milk
on.
is a thing too. Like they take some of the water out of that, maybe, and
But that's what I assumed
But isn't
evaporated
that
milk
cheese?
was too. No, that's not
When
what
you
cheese
take
is.
the water out of milk, then you're left with whey, and then you make cheese.
huh? So
None of
this
that is true. Correct.
Condensed milk is a step on the way to cheese.
I don't think so, but I'm
No.
just saying, if you want to get ricotta cheese, you add an acid to it, and then you drain all the water away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tune in
And
next
but-
week when we apologize to America's dairy farmers.
Yeah. Yeah. The whey is the stuff that, like the water that comes out of that process. And the curds, I don't know what the curds are in. The fat proteins. I don't know. But yeah, this isn't a cheese podcast.
So if you
So
take
sorry.
I actually wouldn't mind if it was. We should do
A
like a
cheese?
cheese special.
A
Okay,
frozen
AC.
cheese feels tough, guys.
Well, we had probably my favorite thing that we've had so far this month was the Trader Joe's pumpkin cheesecake croissants. I don't remember exactly
yeah,
what they
that
were
was
called.
really good.
Comes frozen. They look like little flat rectangles with a little squirt of something on them. But you heat them up, they rise up, and
Wow,
they're good.
Future apologies for that one too, folks. A little squirt of something.
A little squirt of
on it.
something.
Hold your breath for the print version of our food description.
But it was good. It was good.
it was really good.
But yeah, so this week we've got pumpkin ice cream sandwich, pumpkin
pie ice cream sandwiches from Wegmans.
from Wegmans. Yeah.
Grocery store, Wegmans, few stores around here, originally from upstate New York. I don't know if this is a national brand. I don't think so.
Yeah, but Wegmans is one of those stores. It's kind of like Trader Joe's where there are people that love it. They'll like go out of their way for a Wegmans. Obviously, we are Trader Joe's people over here because we talk about it every single episode. But Wegmans is just a little bit too far out for me. From where I live, it's hard to get to one. Darren made the trip for
I did.
you,
Yeah,
for our listeners.
There were a couple I know of, 3 or 4 in the greater Boston area. The 2 that are closest are still 25 to 40 minutes away, depending on traffic.
Which feels like you're talking about
Yeah.
literally anywhere in Boston.
Yeah,
Could be
yeah.
1 mile away.
Yeah.
I went
25
from I went from Cambridge down to Chestnut Hill. They're not far out of Boston, but it's a trek.
Too much of a trek.
Yeah.
I'll never get there, but thank you for going to get these. It's appreciated.
And Wegmans does put the tagline, food you feel good about, on the box. So we will be letting you know if we feel good about this.
It's exactly what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. I can't find out if it's a national. I think it sort of stops at Pennsylvania.
Darren's got the map pulled up. He's just searched for Wegmans
You just outed me as the research department here that I've been referring to.
I think that's okay.
Did people know that already?
Yeah, I think
people knew that? Okay.
Yeah, everybody in podcasts is just looking things up while they're podcasting.
Yeah, Wegmans started 1916 with a couple of brothers. The first store 1930 in Rochester, and they've made it big. Lots of good stuff there. Lots of good items in their own name brand.
Wegmans brand.
Yeah, so
whatever
this popped up. It does just
they
say
don't have
Wegmans.
like Nature's Promise,
No,
Weggy's
No.
Promise.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is I'm very curious about their product design because I do find, and I'm sorry for our listeners that you can't quite see this.
We're going to post a picture.
Oh, perfect. That they have chosen to put a teeny tiny pumpkin pie next to a very large ice cream. There's just a lot of movement in this, and I'm not quite sure where my eye should be going and why things are capitalized and why other things are not.
Yeah.
And it does say enlarged to show texture. And I can't wait for you to look at the picture, folks, because I would be shocked if this, I mean, I guess we'll see when we see the ice cream sandwich. This does not seem like it's enlarged. This seems like
about the right size.
size.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let's hope it's not much smaller than that.
The ice cream sandwiches fully filled the box. The picture takes up less size than the full box.
About 3/4 of the size of the box. So I do feel a little bit confused about the way that they're choosing to package the product.
All right, so I don't know evaporated, but Wegmans, you should know what enlarged means, right?
Yeah, they should know what enlarged means. That's like a pretty common word. And it looks like the ice cream sandwich is sitting in the middle of a forest, which, I guess that's fine.
Is it something about the pumpkin spice branding that makes graphic designers just sort of
Give up.
abandon all of their...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a limited run, It's not going to have that much exposure. They can't get emotionally invested in it.
Though I do feel like they know that it's going to come back next year. So
Yeah.
is it really a limited edition if you're doing it every year?
Yeah. From a distance, it almost looks like there's a fire on that box.
It does look a little scary. This is like Bambi fire forest over here.
Yes.
That happens in Bambi, right?
Very committed to
Yeah.
autumnal colors. I never revisit Bambi. It was too sad. I cannot answer your
can't watch
question.
it.
Like,
There is a fire, but Bambi's mom is shot. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
Kid-
Spoiler. I'll go back and put a spoiler warning in there. All right. Spoiler warning. Stop listening now.
for those who haven't seen Bambi.
Yeah.
Bambi's mom was shot. And I think there is also a fire somewhere in that movie.
Yeah.
I just learned a few years ago that's based on a German book.
Oh, what, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And there's a long chapter about, I don't know if it's a full chapter, but a passage about two leaves on a tree talking to each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little surrealist.
It
over
is.
here.
Yeah. It's a,
Does that make
It's a
it
bit
into
of
the
a-
animation?
I don't think so.
I don't remember
Okay.
that part.
I think there's some like passage of the seasons with leaves blowing around, but we don't hear the actual conversation that the leaves are having.
Unless you're on acid.
Yeah. That was a drug-filled book, I guess.
So fire on the box, but not just lots of shades of orange.
Just autumnal colors, which really, I think, washes out the actual ice cream sandwich, which seems to be giving an orange flair. But because it's set in orange, it's very difficult to kind of notice that.
Yeah. it
Looking
doesn't
forward
pop.
to opening the packaging and seeing, does it match?
Indeed. And with that, we haven't actually eaten these yet. So let's take a little bit of a break now. We're going to have these. We'll get back to you with our thoughts.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back.
We have eaten our ice cream sandwiches. This is the first item we've had here on the pod, Mike, that took no preparation whatsoever. All I had to do was open the freezer, open the box, and take them out.
Yeah, it's nice. We should do more of these.
It's going to be pretty much ice cream,
Yeah,
That would
all
just
of our
be
ice
ice cream.
creams. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
What else do you eat straight out of the freezer? Like popsicles, ice cream.
yeah.
Italian ice.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
some Italian ice.
I wonder if they
Those-
make a pumpkin flavored Italian ice.
We'll look into that.
I will ask Duolingo how to say pumpkin in Italian.
You're going to ask Duolingo?
Yeah, you can't do that with Duolingo. I think I mentioned last week I've been studying Italian on Duolingo, but I'll ask Google Translate how to say pumpkin in Italian. I don't remember if I ever knew. Can't remember it in Spanish either. I don't think it's a word they use often.
Yeah, they don't know about pumpkins yet. They're still
But do
working
we
up to
know
it.
where a pumpkin is native to?
That's a
Oh,
good
Is it a
question.
native
Oh.
North American?
We
Can we get
should
the research team on
have
that?
known this already.
We should have
Pumpkin
done some
Spice Ice
pumpkin.
Month.
Yeah. some pumpkin research. I feel like it's native to North America. You want to take a guess? Hazard a guess?
That's the vibe I get, but I don't know if that's just because every Thanksgiving really has is a heavily gourded theme, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkins are native to the Americas, specifically southwestern United States, Mexico, Central America, Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia.
Okay.
All right.
Deeply curious about what the Italian word for pumpkin is then, because it was probably named here first.
Yeah. It's, I'm not going to say anything because it feels like that's just...
We're bordering on something complicated.
Yeah. I mean, you can say things about the Italians, where they're not off limits. And I'm Italian. Darren's Italian.
I too.
You're also
Italian.
part Italian?
Yeah.
All right. So
The
yeah,
Italian word
we can
for
say
pumpkin.
pumpkinini, and
The
that's
Italian
okay.
word for pumpkin is zucca, which also refers to any gourd and cucumbers. So they're just sort of lumping it in with
pre-existing things.
So it seems like the Europeans did not know what pumpkins were.
And what I also want to know is, are they committed to the pumpkin spice latte? Could you actually get that in Italy?
I feel like they would think of that as like a bastardization,
Yeah.
They like things a certain way. You go there, you get your espresso. That's all you need.
Certainly not after dinner.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Back to this, our pumpkin pie, which is what we're having after our dinner. I do just want to share, because I was the one that brought it up, that the pumpkin pie ice cream sandwiches that we ate were larger than the pictured ones on the box, which
Absolutely.
were theoretically enlarged to show texture. So,
about 25% larger.
Maybe they meant compared to their previous box. It's like, remember the box last year? It was too small on that one.
Maybe the artist or graphic designer designed this for a much larger box.
That could be it. Yeah.
but then they realized who would want more than 6 pumpkin pie ice cream sandwiches?
It's too many. You're giving them away and New Year's Eve. Nobody wants
Yeah, I actually think that's a good question. Like, are people buying these? Are there kids out there that are like, I just can't get enough of these? Like, I just want to eat one every single day. Or is it like more of an occasional treat?
I will say for myself, my experience of this specific product is it did do what it said it was going to do. There was a strong pumpkin pie flavor in a frozen ice cream situation.
Yeah.
That being said, would I eat a second one? No.
Yeah. I don't feel like I need to have more of this. And I'm going to let Darren speak for himself, but he was, his response wasn't that positive. I was like, oh, maybe I should offer to eat the second half, so it doesn't go to waste. But then I couldn't even bring myself to do it. So I'm like, I don't necessarily
We all
want
finished
that.
it, right?
We all finished.
Totally finished it.
Yeah.
Wasn't displeased that I ate it. Just wouldn't have necessarily, when you say like, how many do you need in a box? Could have been okay with a 4-pack.
Yeah.
And then what would I do with a fourth one?
Fair enough.
But I agree with you, Sarah. It absolutely tasted exactly like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, 100% agree.
With a wishy-washy crust.
Sure.
I guess that's one of the things that's really true, Darren, that is really hard about this is in a true pumpkin pie, the crust is one of the better parts.
That's
and so
true.
to go from a crust to like the ice cream sandwich cookie, which has no crispness to it, but the filling of the ice cream was truly pumpkin pie-y.
Yeah.
It was, I think that cognitive dissonance, I'm not into it.
There are pumpkin pies I've seen and had to eat sometimes that have the bottom crust is just sort of thin and kind of wet. And
Well, yeah.
Is there a way to do it to bake the crust first?
I think
And then put
that's
the
done.
filling in so you
Yeah.
get a good crisp.
Totally.
Yeah, I think my aunt might have done it that way and then put it back in the oven so it burns around the edges. That was my favorite pumpkin
Aunt
pie ever.
Josephine.
Exactly, yeah.
Darren's
Burnt
famous
around
Aunt
the edges
Josephine.
crust. That's the only pumpkin pie I've liked in my life. And I didn't
And
even
when
like
you
one
ate that
much.
pie, I'm curious, because there is a visual here that has a little whipped cream on top. Did you have some other kind of cream product with the pumpkin pie?
Maybe ice cream? Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. As a kid, I did not like whipped cream.
Unique.
I think it wasn't sweet enough for me.
Sure. Was it homemade whipped cream?
You know what? My parents did that a lot. I remember my dad whipping cream.
Yeah. To go along with my mom's I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but my parents would make homemade whipped cream. And again, because it's the 90s, you're trying to reduce your sugar.
So they didn't put any sugar in it.
So it would be
The
very
same.
little sugar. And yeah, just whipped cream with
I
no
feel like
sugar.
that needs like a half a cup of sugar in it.
It needs a lot of sugar.
Well, it's to like make the stiffness that you want, and
yeah,
also
yeah.
for flavor.
Yeah.
I will say on a similar note, because this is so Thanksgiving oriented in my own mind, looking at the box and pumpkin pie, we used to have to, as kids, one of the tasks at Thanksgiving was to make the butter. So I was one of 4, and we would just have to shake a container
Sure.
to make it into butter.
Wow.
And my mom was just completely convinced us that the only way we could have butter for the dinner rolls was if we shook this container all morning while cooking was happening.
And no one said, where does the butter come the rest of the year? Where
There
does
was
the butter
not a
come
lot
from?
of insight into what we were doing. There was a lot of commitment. And it probably went on long after it was reasonable for us to be thinking that was the way it had to be.
That's really funny. How big are these jars? Like, how much are you doing at one time?
Yeah, so I'm one of 4, but my mom is one of 6, and my dad is also one of 4, and all of those people also had kids. So our Thanksgivings would be like somewhere between 24 and 32 people. Even if we had to make the butter for all the dinner rolls, that jar was not enough to make the butter that happened for everyone. So there was just a lot of suspension of reality in order to kind of shake that all morning. But we were committed every year.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Super strong arms.
Yeah.
With
I'm
free
spoiled now.
apologies to the dairy industry again. What were you shaking?
That's a great question.
And where do you get? Did you grow up on a farm? Did you?
Yeah, no, we did not have to milk the cow. They didn't make us do the full, no, just heavy cream.
Yeah, you just
The
get
same-
the
the
highest
same thing
fat
that you
content
make-
cream you can
Yeah,
get.
the highest fat content cream.
So if you keep going past the cream, you get butter?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't add the sugar.
So yeah, if you're
Okay.
making whipped cream at home, you do have to watch out for that because you can
You
butterify
can make
it.
butter.
Oh, you can go too far and make
Yes,
butter.
yeah.
Okay.
Sweet
So that's
butter.
science. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're learning a lot on this podcast.
Oh.
At the break, we did take a little look what makes evaporated milk
Uh-huh.
versus condensed milk. And similar to butter and whipped cream, it's the sugar.
It's the sugar.
Yeah.
And they're used in different ways for different things. I don't know. We'll probably never know any more than that. But yeah, the condensed milk usually has the sweetener in it. But yeah, to get back to these ice cream sandwiches, the other striking thing about this is the color. I mean, the ice cream is pretty, it's pretty pumpkin pie-y, brownish orange.
I would say a deep orange. And again,
Yeah.
compared to the packaging, I feel they have undersold the level of orange that's
Sure.
happening in the main event.
When I unwrapped it, it looked very fake coloring. I'm not sure that's true though. It could be natural coloring, but it's a
Yeah, I think they did go for the
Was it-
closest to pumpkin pie.
yeah.
Brown, because they could have gone like orange. They could have gone like Halloween orange. So it would be like striking and vibrant, but they're like, no, we're committed to pumpkin pie.
I will say that they did add turmeric and beta carotene labeled as 4 color,
Yeah.
along
Okay.
with true pumpkin puree. I happen to be the one holding the box, and so I'm just looking at the ingredients list.
It's appreciated. Does
So
it
they
list out-
committed. They committed to the color that
Yeah.
they wanted us to see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Turmeric and the other was a
Beta carotene.
okay. So natural colorings.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah, no red number 5. Is that
Yeah.
even legal anymore?
I don't know. Yeah.
Making that up. Do they still have red M&Ms?
Yeah. I think they definitely have red M&Ms.
They definitely
I don't
have
know
red
what color
Coke
they-
Oreos. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vibrant red.
We probably just
for she is referencing, we tried the Coke flavored Oreos before the podcast. We can't speak on that because it's not frozen. So maybe we'll freeze one and then we can tell you about it later.
refer back to my opinion of frozen Oreos in the French bread pizza episode.
Yeah. We have eaten frozen Oreos.
what'd you think?
They're okay.
Too sweet. Way too sweet.
Yeah. It tastes even sweeter than a normal Oreo for some reason.
Wow, I wonder what
Yeah.
would happen with the Pop Rocks. We're getting
Wow,
far afield
wow.
here,
Ooh,
but in these Coke Oreos, there are
we,
Pop Rocks.
We need to freeze
Okay,
it up.
we're freezing some of these Oreos. Good call, Sarah. We need to hire you as a producer. You're coming up with a lot of good ideas. Yeah, what else to say about these? They have like a vanilla cookie. It's not the classic chocolate cookie, which I think actually would have been pretty nice.
When I said I have ice cream on pumpkin pie, I would often put chocolate ice cream on any pie.
You're a wild man.
I would have been happy with a chocolate cookie on these. The vanilla cookie was fine, though.
The vanilla,
Like a lot of these wrapped ice cream sandwiches, though, and it's the traditional rectangular shape. The cookie just sort of started to come apart on your fingers.
Yeah. I tried to eat it out of just peel off the wrapper and eat it that way, so you're holding the wrapper. But even still, you get to the end, you got to pick up a little bit of it, and then it's all over the place.
I do really wonder if you guys have thought about what that might mean about you, how you approach that kind of a cookie sandwich. Because I did notice we all ate it differently.
Really?
Yeah, Mike, you were so careful about trying to preserve your fingers.
Yeah.
And immediately I took whole thing, the full cookie. Darren went in half. He only took half out and then ate the other half separate. You didn't take the whole cookie out at once. You broke it.
I don't think I did.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I trust Sarah on this one.
Okay.
She's
I only noticed because I was like, oh, that was smart. I don't know the melt rate on this because we've never eaten this before.
Yeah.
It was foolish of me to take the full cookie out of its wrapper when it might melt on me.
But yeah, a lot of eating methods for ice cream sandwiches. But yeah, it was nice to keep your hands clean and get a little mushy. The cookie was definitely a soft cookie. I feel like sometimes you get the ice cream sandwiches, it's a little bit firm. This was not that. It was almost maybe a little cakey.
Yeah, I would say cakey.
A little cakey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're ready to give some scores, give some ratings. Sarah, as a guest, you're welcome to go first. You don't have to go first.
Great. I want to be thoughtful about the rating system. I will say, for doing what it was meant to do, it really did the thing. It really committed to color and taste of a pumpkin pie if a pumpkin pie was an ice cream sandwich, which is what it said it was going to do. So in that sense, I think that it's a higher rating. In the sense of do I like this? Would I buy it? Would I drive to a Wegmans to find it? I would say, no, I don't think that I'm needing or yearning for this in my life. But if you're a pumpkin pie fan, this is gonna meet your pumpkin need. And in that way, I would say I rate it out of 3.
All right. Lukewarm for Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Darren, do you want to take next?
Yeah, this is going to be hard for me. It did do exactly what it wants, I think. It tasted incredibly like a pumpkin pie. Not the best pumpkin pie, a soggy little crust, good flavor in the pumpkin. I don't like a pumpkin pie, though, especially with a bad crust. If I were to rate this on whether I wanted it again or even wanted to finish it, it'd be really low, but I got to raise it up a little bit. It is a pumpkin pie ice cream sandwich. Should pumpkin pie be an ice cream sandwich? I don't know. It's not. If you love pumpkin pie, I don't know if this is going to do it for you. It's tough for me, but all I can do is just throw it a lukewarm also.
A lukewarm,
Right
all
in the
right.
center. Yeah, don't hate it, don't love it, don't even like it, but it's doing what it wants to.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think, this isn't replacing your pumpkin pie. You're not going to have this on Thanksgiving, but this is your little pumpkin pie quick fix for the in-between times. You're getting into fall. You're like, ooh, I really want it, but, I'm not going to buy a whole pie. What am I,
Maybe
crazy?
this is like a grandma will buy it thinking the grandkids will love it.
That does, yeah. It sounds like something an old person would think a kid would like that will inevitably disappoint them. But I like these. I do think that, yeah, the pumpkin pie flavor was strong and good. Strong meaning it was what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the cookie was okay. I would have rather have had chocolate cookie. But to me, this is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure it can get much better. I think the cookie could be a little better. But yeah, I'm giving it a chilled out. It's a 4 for me.
Wow.
I wouldn't necessarily go to Wegmans to get it, but if a Stop and Shop version of this, I might just snag it if I'm feeling like I need to have a little pumpkin pie.
I've seen a Star Market version of this.
All right.
After I had already bought these at Wegmans. That's the thing with some of these pumpkin pie things. We were trying to get all these episodes scheduled while we are still in September, listeners, and while we're recording this. And as we get near the end of September, more of these pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie flavored things are popping up. But 2 weeks ago, it was harder to find them, despite the PSLs being out by August 15th or whatever it was.
Yeah. It's a little peek behind the curtain, These are the challenges that we have to face. Life is hard for podcasters.
we were taking much longer to turn these episodes around and edit.
Yeah, we're getting better.
Yeah,
We're getting quicker.
we are. And if we really got to it, it could be a matter of a few hours if we got right down and worked.
If we had to. Hopefully we never have to, but we probably will.
First one took a couple months.
Yeah. We didn't even know how to edit a podcast.
No.
Exponential improvement from a couple months.
Yeah. All right. So that is our review of Wegmans pumpkin pie ice cream sandwiches. Hit us up on our email.
FrozeBrosPod
FrozeBrosPod
at gmail.com.
Let us know what you think of them, or check out our website. We have links to our socials and stuff there.
TheFrozeBros.com.
TheFrozeBros.com.
Yeah, check us out. The episodes are there. Email us. We want to hear from you, listeners. Send us your comments, your questions, your cease and desist letters.
Yeah, we've already got plenty of those. So if you feel like we're not getting enough of those, just don't worry about it.
We're getting our next one from the National Dairy Coalition.
Shut off, you people.
But now we have a segment for you. We have another edition of Frozen Feud. Indeed. I've got a little riff on the Family Feud song. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I overshot. I pew-pewed before it was time.
No. Pew-pewing is really good at any time. All right. So you guys know the Family Feud song is like do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. So here's the song. It's frozen food. No, I didn't write it down. Wait. It's frozen food. Come and play it with me, dude. Something like that. Okay. So
Do it again. Commit to it, Mike.
Wait, you don't remember what I had written down. It's like, it's frozen food. Welcome to Frozen Food. If you win, you really have a fun, dude. That's all I got. All right. That's enough of that.
I'm into it.
We are getting invited to the potties or whatever the podcast awards are next year. Absolutely. And that's what they're going to play right there.
Is the potties are
Potties.
the podcast that belong in the toilet? Is that?
When I said it, I
What
was
was
thinking
it called
like,
on The Office? The Dundies or the...
Yeah.
I was thinking like a PODDIES and didn't even think of potty, but yeah, this could win a potty and a potty.
It's going to win the potty. So in this game, we're going to guess what are the leading frozen vegetables in the United States. And this is by sales, by month, dollars. You're just going to we'll go back and forth. Sarah, you have the opportunity to go first or second if you want. And once somebody has guessed wrong 3 times, you're the loser. And whoever has guessed the most of them will be the winner. So I will say before we get started, in this list, this is a top 10 list. We'll just be doing the top 5. There is one that's called other plain vegetables. I'm going to ignore that one because I don't even know what that means. All the other ones are things I think you guys can guess. So what are the top leading frozen vegetables in the United States? Sarah, it's your choice.
I'm going to be controversial here because I think people debate about whether or not this is a vegetable, but I'm going to go with corn.
Corn. You got it on the first try. Corn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th place, not including other plain vegetables.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sarah's on the board.
I thought you were going to go with something else. Don't let me see that.
Cheaters
close.
over there.
I'm sorry. He's my podcast host. I have to deal with him.
I thought you were going to ask something else, Sarah, because I have a question about something too, but I don't think I want to go there yet.
Don't give Sarah any hints.
I'm going to say green beans.
I'll give it to you. They just have it listed as beans, but yeah, beans are on there, and I think they mean green beans. I tried to Google this earlier because I was like, what do they mean beans? Do they just freeze black beans? I couldn't find any
I guess
instances
just
frozen
sort of a green bean, sometimes a yellow wax bean you'll see frozen.
Sure.
A lima?
Too. There's lima beans, yeah. Yeah, so all of those get lumped in, but yeah, that is number 3 on our list. Beans.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Are they single vegetable?
Mm-hmm. This is what I thought Darren was going to ask. These are not all just single vegetables.
Okay. And in the Family Feud rules, if you guess a double vegetable, but one of the vegetables is incorrect and one of the vegetables is correct, what happens?
If it's the guest, I'll probably give them a little leeway. If it's Darren, it'll be wrong.
Of course.
Okay. I'm going to guess peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots. Well, as the guest, we're going to give you peas. Peas is number 5 on our list. I haven't been doing the numbers. What was it? It's millions of dollars. Peas, $53 million back in 2023, not too long ago. But yeah, so Sarah's got one. I feel like it's starting to seem like we might just go right through these. Darren, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go with what I'm not sure they would consider. If it's considered a vegetable, it has absolutely got to be number 1, potato.
Potato, not on the list.
So then they're not considering it a vegetable.
That's what I was worried about with corn. I was worried it was a starch.
Frozen potatoes. What are you thinking of exactly?
French fries, absolutely. French fries, home fries, hash browns.
I think they're not thinking of, this is not a list of prepared foods. These are just raw vegetables.
Raw vegetables would have been helpful to know.
Sure.
I'd be willing to give Darren a second guess on that. He didn't know raw.
No, Darren doesn't get another chance. That's an X for Darren.
I'm going to go with broccoli.
Broccoli, number 2, with $111 million in 2023.
Number 1 is confusing to me. I really thought it was going to be corn.
Yeah. As number is like one of the top ones. Yeah. Well, I think there's a big one in here. We haven't gotten the number 1 yet. Sarah is already locked in as the winner if we're doing the top 5. She's got 3, but there's one more in there that I think you guys can get. What is the vegetable? When you just want some vegetables, what's the one you go for?
Corn.
But I want vegetables?
Yeah, when you're just like, I need some vegetables.
Frozen spinach?
That is on the top 10. The number 1, are you guys ready for the big reveal?
Well, she said peas and carrots. Is carrots in there?
Carrots is number 9.
Yeah, I didn't think that would be high.
Okra?
Okra. So this is one that's not just one vegetable.
Oh.
Like a succotash?
No,
like
not a
cauliflower, broccoli, carrot mix?
Ooh, that's getting warmer. That's a lot warmer.
The Asian vegetable medley?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's even closer. Mixed vegetables. Just the standard mixed vegetable.
This is bullshit. Isn't it?
I disagree. That's like the main.
You took plain vegetables off, but you kept mixed vegetables in?
Took plain vegetables off?
You said that in the list you were taking plain vegetables off.
It's in the list as other plain vegetables.
Right, but how do you feel like that's not different than mixed vegetables?
Because mixed vegetables is like a standardized thing. And when I get frozen vegetables, I'm getting that's the thing that I'm getting.
But is that not cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots?
No, it's like peas, corn, carrots, lima beans. I'm not sure what else. There might be something else. Maybe green beans.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. So
who made this list?
Everyone's mad at me, but that's okay.
Gosh, Mike, how do you eat that?
How do I eat the mixed vegetables?
Yeah.
It's a great one for fried rice if you just don't want to cut up a bunch of vegetables for fried rice.
That's when I would go to the Asian vegetable medley.
That one's good too. Oh, they don't always want snow peas. That's my main problem with that one.
I just always want a water chestnut.
Sure, yeah.
I like it.
So, well, thank you for the learning.
Yeah. And I'll work on, refining this version of this game.
Thank you very much, Mike.
But yeah. So that was another episode of Frozen Feud.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Where does the pew pew
Sing
come
the song
from?
Again.
That was Frozen Feud. Sarah feels really good, dude.
Yeah.
Boo. All right. Well, that is pretty much our episode.
One more episode down. We are halfway through. We're just over halfway through Pumpkin Spice Ice Month.
Oh, yeah. And we've had a lot of good stuff so far. I'm looking forward to having some more. And hit us up on our email,
frozebrospod@gmail.com.
And find all of our socials at our website,
thefrozebros.com.
Well, bros, thanks so much for the invite.
Oh, of course.
It was great to eat a frozen thing with you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Did a great job. Loved having you. What did we say we should have you back for? What was the thing we talked about earlier?
One thing that happens sometimes in my world is we do a heavy appetizers party where everybody just makes a frozen item and then everyone comes together. It's like a potluck, but you know in advance that everybody's just doing frozen appetizers. So like tiny spanakopita's, mozzarella sticks, chicken fingers, chicken wings, but it's like this might be a gender thing, but a lot of times I think sometimes when there are potlucks that are largely female-centric gatherings, there can be like a lot of competitive cooking that can happen.
Yeah, I can see that.
So a heavy apps party, we call it, means like no one is working too hard at this, and we're all just bringing like the food that's just kind of like your drunk college food that you don't eat as much as you used to.
And if it had to start as frozen, then it makes it even easier.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
we love this idea. We were talking earlier about how we can make it work with multiple guests at a time.
On the show.
Just bringing one or two people to talk with us at a time, having other people in the background, party atmosphere, and try to make that work. Nice.
Love a heavy apps party.
Yeah. Heavy apps. I'm definitely. What is the heavy part?
It's basically, it's a code word for fried food.
It is? Okay.
In some ways, right? Like there also are like the mini quiches. Like the idea is not just, you're going to eat it and it's going to be dinner. So it's substantial enough that you're going to be able to have dinner. Those who can't see me, I'm just like dropping my hands as if I'm holding something heavy. So it's like a substantial amount of food.
Yeah, like don't everyone just bring carrots. Right?
Yeah, nobody wants a hummus dip at this party.
Yeah.
You know?
Not just chips.
Exactly. We're doing heavy apps.
Okay.
We expect you to bring something of that variety.
Nice. Well, thank you, Sarah. That's our episode. Darren.
Michael.
Throw you later.
Throw you later, everyone.